You're having fun with Valor. How's that going?
Oh yeah, it's cool. It's brand new experience. I love it. I love it to death. Every day, you see something new. He opens his eyes for a little bit longer. Each and every day. So it's dope. It's everything that I expected it would be, and it's an honor and a privilege to be his dad for sure.
Well, and it's an interesting weekend. You might go against Nate Solder. You were part of the 2011 draft class, hanging around with Nate, and see you plays A&M.
Yeah, it is a lot of correlations. But Nate Solder, that's one of my good friends. So, along with Kyle Rudolph, we were all in the same draft class. We all had the same agent, and as rookies coming out, as rookies leaving our senior year, I'm going into our rookie season. We spent a lot of time in Orange County, and we had a lot of events that we went to and stuff. So I know Nate Solder and Kyle Rudolph pretty well. I know Saquon well as well. So if he plays, that'll be a tough one for us. And I've been a fan of Daniel Jones for a long time. He's a great quarterback, and I think with more years and more experience, you'll just see him continue to take these leaps. And Andrew Thomas on the other side, he's a pretty good tackle as well. He was one of the best tackles in his draft. I think it was picked 4th overall. And so we definitely got our work cut out for us. And it'd be great to go out there and play. Right after the 20th anniversary for 9/11. The next day, so that stadium would be rocking. MetLife would be going crazy, and the Giants fans, they're salivating for a winning season, and it's going to be a great place to play. It's going to be a great test for us, and we just got to go out there and play to the best of our ability, and see what happens.
Well, you said the Giants fans are salivating for a winning season, and so are Broncos fans. So are you guys. How much are you keying in on starting September with a win?
Yeah, it's been a lot said about September. I think with the type of team that we have, and the type of players that we have, it'll kind of take care of itself. We got. Not let alone the players. We got 4 head coaches on our team with Coach Mockins, Coach Fangio, Coach Munchak, and Coach Schumer. So then we got all type of offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators as well. Coach Z will be a offensive coordinator one day, and Coach Pags was a defensive coordinator. So we got all type of knowledge on this team. We got all type of wisdom and experience on this team. And when you get into these players and the type of guys that we have, Pat Surtain and the other draft picks and. Our offensive line. The offensive line. This is the best offensive line that I've been able to play with throughout my whole entire career, from tackle to tackle, guard to guard. Dalton Reisner and Cush and Graham Glasgow and Garrett Bowles and Bobby Massey. They have a hell of a unit there, and it's gonna be a tough one for us. We got a great team as well though, so I'm excited to go out there and play. And I think the type of team that we have and the type of coach that we have, it'll take care of September. It's just been a coincidence that we haven't been able to win in September the last 2 years, but this is a different team. It's a different mindset. It's just a different feel. And you guys have been out here. You guys have seen it, and you guys been here just as long as I have. It's just a different team. It's just a different feel. I feel like George Payton really has his hand on each and every pick that he has, and each and every player. They all have a purpose, and I'm excited to see what we do in real live action.
Any prediction for CU and A&M on Saturday? Any analysis for me going?
Oh yeah. We got to go out there and kill those guys. So we got to go out there and kill them. I'm not on the Aggies no more, so I gotta say it for them. We got to go out there and kill them. We're an SEC school. Ranked number 6. We got high expectations for our season, and we're going against the Buffs. I'm a fan of the Buffs, but we're going against the Aggies this weekend. We just got to go out there and kill them from start to finish. Jimbo has done a great job getting his guys in there recruiting, and I think this is the year for us, and we gotta continue to. We struggled with Kent State, last week, and it was the first game of the season. It's always like that in college. You see all these big time schools, struggle with teams that they shouldn't struggle with the first week of the season. We got to get those bugs ironed out, and we got to go out there and kill CU this weekend.
You waited in the preseason to get back on grass to play. All systems go for playing on turf.
Yeah, 100%. I can't. I can't sit this one out, but it's just a couple of games that this season that I have to play on turf. I think it's like 3 or 4 games, and I just got to be able to tough it out. I really don't want to get just in my head about it. I don't really want to make it more, mental than what it is. Whenever I play on turf, I just play on turf, and I stay prayed up and can just continue to play my game and not really think about it. But I think we got 3 or 4 games that I have to play on turf, and I just got to do it.
You talked about the O-line being the best that you've played with. So, how has that O-line made you guys in the front 7 better, working every day against them over the last?
Yeah, we got some great sparring partners for sure. I mean, I think you've seen the type of heated practices that we have between Bowes and Chubb and all the other guys, and it's all great work for us. I got a hell of a sparring partner with Bobby Massey, and the inside guys as well. Dalton Rosner is starting to come into his own as well. Graham Glasgow has been a great player in the league for a while now, and Cush. I ask him every day, is it easy yet? Is it easy yet? It takes a little bit, but as soon as he starts to make it easy, then offensive line will go with him as well. So it's been great to have this type of competition in practice because we'll see some great offensive lines, but we got one here in practice as well.
You talked about how hyped up the New York stadium's going to be, and we talk about home field advantage. But do you really enjoy going into a stadium where I recall you having great games in New England? Do you like that?
I love it. I mean, I love traveling. I try to. We have a different, environment here in Denver with the altitude and everything. So, I love going to other places and play for, that's one of the biggest reasons. You can breathe a whole lot better. You can run a whole lot faster. Your conditioning, really shows up whenever you leave. So I'm excited to go play in other stadiums. And, I'm a fan of the NFL. I love great stadiums like MetLife. I love great stadiums like the Chiefs, in the Kingdom. I love going there and playing against those fans. And, it's going to be a tough one, but, I'm a fan of football, and it'll be an exciting day for us.
You knew Teddy long before he got here, but is there anything that since he's joined this team that you kind of learned about him that you maybe didn't know that,
No, not really. Not really. We have so many mutual friends, and, me being a fan of football, I kind of already knew who Teddy was. I spent a lot of time in Miami and South Florida, so, I already knew about, Teddy and the type of leader that he was and the type of guy that he was off the field. And it's just been a joy to have him on our team. He's a great leader. He's one of the guys, and all the great quarterbacks, they kind of have like that that aura about him. Drew has the aura about him as well. And, it's just great to, have Teddy in the building. And, he just had a son. He just had a son 6 months ago, so we talk baby talk a lot, and it's just one of my guys. We got so many things in common, and it's good to have him on our team. It was a great pick.
Vaughn, after a few more years, Vaughn, how close are you to where you were before you got hurt last year?
I think it's a different Vaughn. I think it's a different Vaughn. I think the way I attacked it, it was some good and bad that came with it. I kind of just last year I just kind of like put the pedal to the metal and just grind it, and I just used I just used so many different things for fuel last year, and I don't think it was healthy, for me. I just grinded. I had 2 days. I had 3 days. I really just, hit the weight room. If I wasn't on the weight room, I was on the track, then I would go do football drills. And I kind of just, I wouldn't say I wore myself down into the ground, but I kind of, put a lot of wear and tear on my body. And whenever it was time to go for the season, I had a season-ending injury. So, I just took some of the positive things that I had from last season, like my work ethic and my mindset, and I just applied it to this year. And I took, a step back from just grinding so hard, and I put more emphasis on, rehab and, working on the little muscles and just really just going back to the drawing board and keeping some of the good stuff that I did last season and just adding some stuff that, that really sustained my, football career. So I just kind of mixed up, these 2 seasons. And, it's a totally different Vaughn. I feel like my conditioning is about the same. I feel like, I'm the same size. I feel like, my muscles and everything. I see my picture with my shirt off. I feel like, it's the same, looking Vaughn. And I just think it's just a different mindset. And you have to be able to do that each and every year. You just can't, kind of piggyback off the year before. You got to go to the drawing board and really just redo it every single year. That's what all the greats do. They continue to work, and that's what I did coming into my 11th season.
Mr. Massey being a sparring partner, what gives you faith that he's going to bring stability to that right tackle spot?
Yeah, he's been a great tackle in this league. He's been an anchor on every single offensive line that he's been on, and he's a big body. You know, he can move guys. He's got a lot of, veteran, leadership. I think this is year 9 or 10 for Bobby, so he's been around. He's seen a lot of guys. He's went against, Khalil for 2 seasons. He went against me for a season, and, he's played all type of guys and around the National Football League, and he's held his own. He's been able to, hold off some of the best, rushers in the league, and, he's had success against these guys. And, I think that's why we had him on our team, and that's why I feel like, he'll continue to have that same success, going on this season.
Vaughn, how do you prepare for a guy like Barkley when you're unable to maybe tackle a whole lot in practice and those sorts of things, especially for you having to set the edge?
I mean, Barkley, you just got to – I guess you got to go back and watch some of his – you got to just really go back and watch his highlight tape, and that could be – that could really kill some confidence because you see some of the stuff he does before he got hurt, and it was just amazing. He has this crazy jump cut, and he can jump off. He can jump cut, and he can jump off 1 foot back into his run. And he has incredible balance. He's 230 pounds, but he's fast. He runs like a 4.3. He creates separation from DBs. Any little space, he's taking it. It's definitely a tough challenge. He's big, he's strong. He can run you over. He can jump around you. He can spin. He can jump over the top of you. He can stiff arm. You just got to corral him. It takes 1 or 2 guys to take him down, 3 or 4 guys. We got to have all 11 on the ball. And I know defensive coaches say this around the league, but it's definitely true. We got to have all 11 guys on the ball whenever he gets it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.